three-time All-Star from the Rocks Tigers.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. That's right. I'm here with Prey, along with Homan, to help out with some translations. As you already mentioned, it's a very tight race here in point totals. But before we get to that, I want to talk to Prey specifically about the All-Star event and the opportunity to play with players that you're normally playing against, say in the likes of Faker or Bengi. You're used to playing against them in the regular season, and here you get to be on their team. So what's that like?
우선 이렇게 올스타전 이벤트 때는 평상시엔 적으로 만나는 페이커 선수 또는 뱅이 선수 같은 선수들을 한 팀으로 다 같이 경기하는 소감이 어떠신가요?
좀 재밌는 좀 현상이라고 생각하고요. 이제 저희가 항상 져왔던 이 선수들이랑 같은 팀 하니까 좀 기분이 좋네요. 네.
I think it's really fun, especially play against players who usually lose against, like Faker and Bengi. So overall, I think it's a really great experience playing with those players at the same team.
All right, now with that, we mentioned how close the point totals are. Of course, it's only the first day, but 200 points in the lead, over 150 for Fire. My question to you is, have you guys discussed what you think it'll take as a full team, Team Fire, to come away with an all-star victory this week?
지금 이제 1일차로서는 팀 파이어가 200점으로서 이제 팀 아이스 150점에 50점 좀 앞서고 있는데 혹시 그럼 팀 파이어 전체적으로 어떻게 하면 이 이벤트를 우승할 수 있을지 논의가 됐었나요?
솔직히 뭐 딱히 논의는 하지 않고 그냥 다들 그냥 1대1에 뭐 연습하는 것 같아요. 그쪽에 좀 집중해서 연습하는 것 같아요. 네.
We didn't have any group discussions, but I think we're all just focused on the 1v1 tournament.
Well, then speaking of the 1v1 tournament, tomorrow you're going to be going up against Yankos from H2K. And of course, he was the First Blood King at Worlds. And First Blood is all you need in the 1v1. So how do you feel about going up against him?
1대1 대회 나온 김에 내일 이제 프레이 선수는 이제 그 퍼블의 왕자로서 알려진 이제 양코 선수랑 붙게 되었는데 사실 1대1 대회에서는 퍼블만 있으면 되는 거잖아요. 내일 양코 선수랑 붙는 소감이 어떠신가요?
저도 약간 퍼스트 블러드 킹이라고 좀 들었는데 네, 어쨌든 제가 1대1에도 좀 강하다고 생각을 해서 퍼블 당하도록 만들어 드리겠습니다.
I'm also personally known as a First Blood King, and I'm very confident in those 1v1 matchups. So tomorrow I'll let him get first blooded by me.
That's what I like to hear, confidence coming out of Prey, and we look forward to that 1v1. I want to congratulate you again on the victory here and the point total lead for Team Fire. Homan, thank you so much for the translations. Back up to the desk to close out the day.
Thank you so much as well. And I'm very happy we got to hear from Prey before that 1v1 versus Yankos. Yesterday, you've been talking so much about it. You heard it here. You're donezo, man. It didn't even start.
Yeah, it's over. I don't even try anymore. I will just pick volleyball like amazing 1 year ago, and I will just go in, you know, just lose whatever.
But are you willing? Are you willing to put the nickname on the line? Because Prey says he's known as First Blood King. Is that what this is for?
I mean,
Will you take the challenge?
I'm a team player, man.
Yeah,
what do you want?
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We are going to talk about this match, the LCK taking down the LMS. Let's take a look at the picks and bans because we have that reworked Katarina in there. Talk to me about the team compositions. Obviously, good synergy with the Bard. How do you think they drafted the LMS?
Well, when you look at how the LMS draft, I mean, it became apparent later on into the game, you kind of have this 2 or 3 man roaming pack where, you know, Casa and Maple kind of stick together and sometimes it's Ziv. And the idea is Lee Sin puts the damage down, Cat cleans it up. But this is kind of why we've seen Courage of the Colossus be so good, is when you can't kill any targets that aren't the AD carry, suddenly you run out of a lot of options on the map. So, you know, there is a way for this draft to work, and we started seeing it, but it's very difficult to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like unless the Katarina snowballs super hard in the mid game, that composition is not going to work, because if you just look at what Korea's put together there, it's just this behemoth of a team fighting composition, and they also don't have a really weak side lane that's going to get 4-1 or 1-3-1. So really, they knew the game was going to come down to team fighting. They were never really in danger of losing, and then eventually Faker got Lich Bane and killed everyone.
Wow, okay, good to make the breakdown really straightforward. No, I do want to talk about the Nautilus. We saw it in the top lane a lot of times already, and now the support, that is something we have seen in the past. How good do you think it is in all of the regular lane matchup, or how good do you think it is then as the game progresses, which is what's seen?
Well, I do believe that Nautilus is only good because of the Colossus mastery. So if he doesn't lose the lane hard, then that makes him a strong pick. Also, in this certain team comps, I think Nautilus was like perfect pick against Katarina. That's why they sent him bot lane, and then, you know, all he had to do is just press R in a team fight, and then no matter what else he did, it just didn't have an impact, you know, like all he had to do basically is one skill, you know. So I do believe that LCK draft was way better because of it, and since they didn't lose bot, even after leasing Ag level 3, it was perfect.
And that says a lot about not only the mastery, but also redemption, that it shouldn't really fit on a Nautilus, like
Surprise!
But you pair the two together, and suddenly Nautilus just put him in the bot lane, kind of crushes everything. So says a lot.
Absolutely fantastic. Jat, you mentioned the cat should have gotten rolling, and she did get some nice kills, and we're going to take a look at the stylings of the cool cat from the LMS, brought to you by Acer, because, you know, those new mechanics, the dagger mechanic coming in, and Maple definitely had some practice on it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good play. And as well, I like to highlight Lee Sin here. I mean, this is sick. Like, Bengi could block the Q, he could flash in the Q, for example, and then Faker wouldn't die. But the fact that he flashes now, you know, when he's dead as well, like, it was a really poor mechanical play from Bengi, but at the same time, you know, the mechanics from Maple and the Lee Sin was insane.
Fantastic. And then top, this happens as well.
Yeah, and this was where it looked like the LMS was going to be able to pull it back a little bit because Prey overextended, and they also got the nice double TP in. Albus actually had some really nice Bard ultimates throughout this game. Prey had no chance. Once Maple gets one kill, he's very sticky on Katarina. That's one of the things about this Katarina, even before you get a reset. You basically get an extra shunpo when you go to a person because you're always throwing your Q first, then you're shunpoing to them, then you can pick up your dagger for the reset and bounce after him. So to catch someone in a Bard ultimate and Katarina literally be sitting next to them, haven't using any of their abilities, there's really no escape.
No, indeed. Shout out to Vedi, by the way. Vedius, he loves Katarina. He was really, you were there. He was really sad it didn't get picked at IWCA, so this one's for Vedi. I'm sure we told Maple to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how that went. We went to Maple, told him the Vedius.
Maple and Vedius, they go way back.
Yeah,
they
they're
just
like...
watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just believe Katarina is super OP, so I'm surprised that it got picked right now. But in solo queue, it gives me heavy headache. So, it's tough. It's tough for sure.
Definitely in solo queue, I feel like that pick is a little bit ridiculous. It spikes so hard in the mid game is one of those things, and because it can just double dash to you over and over again, not to mention usually like high-low solo queue has about double the kills of a pro game, it's much easier to get that gold and come early and hit a stronger spike.
Any other surprise picks or picks you guys were impressed with today? Remember the Varus from the 1v1s had to be good. The Nautilus, both top, although you guys didn't win with it. And then the support, Katarina, anything else?
We had the Quinn jungle and
right.
marksman mode. That was pretty fun from Reckless. Glad to see Ice, you know, pulling it out on that one.
I would actually prefer to see Twitch jungle, but we didn't see it just yet. I mean, maybe because...
A lot of Twitch, though.
Yeah, a lot of Twitch we saw, but I think Twitch jungle could be actually a really decent pick, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I would like someone to pull off Nocturne, maybe even me. I do believe that Champ has potential.
You've now actually talked about 3 picks that I feel like I'm so excited about Katarina and Twitch jungle and Nocturne. Here
is we're going to get to see those champs in the fun modes. I'm not sure if we'll see them on SR, right? Like Nocturne, I think should be in assassin mode for the most part.
Super good.
Personally, I'm disappointed no one played Ivern. They had opportunities to, and it wasn't actually banned that much. Like,
true that.
There's a lot of champions that are really OP, so we'll see what happens.
We will see, but let's take a look at our standings following the first day of mayhem here in Barcelona between Team Fire and Team Ice. 200 points for Team Fire and 150 for Team Ice coming through there in the regional matches. Fire reigning supreme so far with the NALCS and the LCK, but in the fun mode, Team Ice got some points back, and they have 4 representatives over 3 for Team Fire in the next round of the 1v1. So it's incredibly close, Jankos. So final thoughts on the standings so far?
Well, it blows kind of that. As for now, we have LCK and NALCS dominating, but I hope we can score some points tomorrow against IWC as Europe. And then we will see what happens in 1v1. I also think in the fun modes, we have a little bit of an upper hand, except for the assassin mode, where we will face Faker and Bjergsen in the same team, so that could be tough.
We'll see what happens. Let's see which game modes we have coming up for you guys tomorrow on All-Star Day 2. We have the regional matchups, the LMS taking on NA, EU taking on Southeast Asia and China versus Korea. Wow, great matchups there. And then a mixed team matchup on the Howling Abyss in a Poro King battle you won't want to miss. And then the 1v1 tournament continues. 350 total points on the line tomorrow, as there were only 300 today. Actually, 350, you know, it's exactly the same. No extra hype there.
But there is hype for LPL LCK.
Yes.
That's where the hype is. End of the day, that right there, that's what we want to see.
Yeah, and that Poro King as well. That would be super, super exciting. Guys, that was it for day 1. Any closing thoughts? A lot of fun, a lot of mayhem. You're going to rest up and then tomorrow pull out some points for Team Ice?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, facing Prey and stuff like this, yeah. I mean, I would like to hype up EU a little bit, but I believe that tomorrow we should win. So why would I build hype when, you know, you just kind of have to expect us to win? Okay. But except for it, you know, in 1v1, yeah, I mean, just...
All right. All right, we'll see what happens. Time for us to log off here at Palau St. Jordi. From myself and everyone at the broadcast team, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Buenas noches.